let me ask you a question. Do you think that being in the military made you a better person? Made you a worse person? Oh, okay.
It made me better because the challenges. So, man, look, for all the white audiences that are watching, the people in the audience that are
For
watching,
all you white people out there, why you had to say that to my
I said the
God?
white
Can we
audience. I didn't
edit
say
that part
people.
out? Hold on. Can we edit that? We're gonna edit that part out, okay? All right, we're gonna edit that part
Aren't
out
they?
because
You want me to say
she's talking about the
Caucasian?
white people. Can for all the white people looking at me right now? She
You
crazy. I told
you
you
want me
she
to say
crazy.
Caucasian, folks? Can I say Caucasian? Is that okay? Can I
They
say the or do I say palm? Because you know how black people, when we talk about white folks, we do. Oh, that's I'm giving away secrets.
yeah, see, yeah, yeah.
But no, so when I first joined the military, there was a girl who ended up being my battle buddy. She had never been around black people. She was from Massachusetts, right? And this is by her own admission, not me saying it. She touched my hair in the bleachers. Now you know.
Whoa, she didn't know that that was racist.
No, because I don't think, and that's what I'm saying for the white audience, when you touch a black person's hair out of curiosity, it's almost like petting. Sorry, Van. I'm just putting you on game so you won't violate again. It's like this is an extension of my body, so therefore when you touch this, you're violating my personal space. And it's also you feel like you're petting someone. Like when you go to, oh, look at why is your hair like that? But we don't do that, right? For the most
Well,
part.
we do it another. See, I've watched us do it. I've seen it done nicely, and I've
To each
seen it
other
done
or
in a
to
rude way.
mm-hmm.
So it's curiosity is you just got to be careful with that. But so you're saying that the person that you first bonded with just so happened to be a white girl from Massachusetts.
And it was, I'm telling you, it was like it was divine.
Serendipitous?
Yes, it was divine because we're sitting in the bleachers. So when you first join and you go down to the reception station, anybody that's watching that's joined the military, you'll know what that means. So that's when you go and you get your gear and everything, and they kind of sit you down in these bleachers. You meet the drill sergeants, you kind of introduce yourself. They bring this hat and you pick the names out of the hat, basically. That person that you picked out of the hat is your battle buddy. Your battle buddy is your right-hand man.
Wow.
If they fall, you do not leave your buddy. It's like they become like this because in wartime, that's who's going to have your back.
I like that.
And I didn't realize it at the time, but when she touched my hair, I did that. Did you just touch my hair? And she's like, I'm so sorry. It's just like, how'd you get your hair like that? Because I had remember the salt and pepper bob cut?
Yes, I do.
I had one of those. I was rocking the creamy crack back in the day because I didn't know any better.
Yeah, you had to get a perm in order to rock that, and for the stay, if you was unless you already had half Caucasian in your family or something like
or
that,
some other,
or some other
ethnic
Hispanic
mix.
or Asian.
Yeah. But no, but because I was in basic training, you couldn't take any utensils or I would say products to keep your hair flat ironed or pressed. So after the humidity of Fort Jackson, South Carolina hit my hair, which was very thick at the time, my hair was like, so I looked like the helmet from Twiggy off of Buck Rogers. That's what my hair was looking like. I looked like Twiggy. And she just had to touch it. And I had a blunt cut. So, I didn't get the bump. So it was just like a shelf. So she decided to come touch my hair. And I was like, please don't do that. And, she educated me about some things and biases that she had because of things that she heard from her parents and people around her. She thought our skin rubbed off, like the color rubbed off. She said she heard that we grew tails after midnight. Craziness.
It's silly stuff. It's silly
Absolute
stuff.
Craziness.
What was her name?
She's probably married now and has a different last name, but I can't,
Oh no, don't say her last name. Just
her name was Rebecca.
Rebecca. Well, get out of here. You lying.
I'm not lying.
Her name was Becky.
Oh, snap. Yep. But this is pre Becky though. This was 1991. So this is pre
Becky.
Yeah.
So any of you who are watching right now, Jay-Z and Beyonce went through something that ended up with Solange, Jay-Z's sister-in-law, Beyonce's little sister, whooping Jay-Z's ass on an elevator because of a young lady by the name of Becky with the good.
How did you even segue to that? You so stupid. Yep.
I had to let them know because we're talking about Rebecca. They're like, okay, what's the significance of Rebecca? I know a lot of Rebeccas. I had to let them know. But let me ask you this, though, because this is interesting. You grew up, first of all, it's Trinidad is mostly Black, right?
Yeah, Trinidad is mostly Black. So, and that goes to another thing. When I first came to America at the age of 7, everybody that was influential in my life looked like me.
Right.
So the teachers, the doctors, everybody looked like me. So I think it gave me a sense of belonging that probably, and I don't want to step on any toes or anything, but I feel like people who were born in America that look like me, who probably endured racism, I didn't endure that in Trinidad when I first, was born and living there.
Right.
It's not until I came to America that people started making me feel like I was different and trying to make me feel like I was beneath them and less than. But
because your people in Trinidad are not descendants of slaves?
A lot of them aren't. But like I said, there was an independence that happened many years before, and it was different. There are lots of people who lived there before and they were repatriated back to the island. So they were living as free men. And
ain't that some BS that people make you feel outside of their group because you don't share the same traumas as them?
Yep.
You don't. You can't compare to our struggle. Yes, I can. God damn it! What the hell?
Yeah, but it wasn't. I didn't know what it was to be Black because, again, everybody looked like me. I was just Tricia. I wasn't Tricia the Black girl. I was just me.
So New York taught you how to be Black?
No, actually, when I first came to America, we lived in Texas for a few years.
You still have a lot of family out Texas?
I do.
Okay.
So that's where I learned. I remember being 8 years old and a white man with a big belt buckle that had the Star of the Alamo on it. I'll never forget, with the map of Texas, silver belt buckle, told me he was going to show me some of this white power. That's how he said it. Kids. He said that to a bunch of kids because his daughter flicked water on us when she came out of the pool. And my friend Patrick kind of smacked her. He's like, hey, can you stop doing that? Like he got her attention to tell her to stop doing that. She ran inside and told her dad that we hit her. And he came out and yelled and cussed at us and shook his fist and with his belt buckle. And I just remember that look. But again, I didn't know what that word meant because I'm 8 years old. I came here at 7. And he said, I'm going to show you. So I told my mom and she was like upset because she knew, being the adult. But yeah, he told me he's going to show us some of that white power. I was like,
white power.
That's how he said it.
I actually talked to a gentleman by the name of Mark. His name, he's real big into stocks and bonds and just any type of investments. He's very well versed when it comes to that. One day I'm gonna have to let y'all meet one another because I'm going to create some sort of a panel of amazing minds, you being one of them, because at least you sound smart. Maybe you tricking the hell out of me. You extremely smart.
I try.
I mean, you wanted to be a lawyer. You're now in real estate. You're a nurse. You're doing all these other things.
And I'm a life insurance agent as well. So
life insurance agent. Plug. I mean,
life insurance.
Yes, and that's something that we are definitely going to do. Make sure that people understand how to find you and all that. Trust me, all of your social medias will be above head the entire time we're doing this video.